Hey everyone, Any Counters here. I'm a new Dragon Ball channel, and I've been playing the game since the game's been started. I do play a few decks. Red, blue, cooler, my main deck. I just got 2 TDs the other day for the new black starter deck, and I really like it a lot. I do play aggro the Migro, which I really like a lot. This one is like not as much aggro as the Migra is, because your turn 2 play for Demigra is, if everybody knows what the deck does already, for turn 2 it's just super crazy. It's like a +8, but it's just a burst 2, pay 2, just really good. So anywho, so let's get started. So our leader is from the new black starter deck, Vegeta, Xeno, and Trunks Xeno. So let me zoom in on this. So permanent, you can only play mono black cards, so you can only play cards that are just pure black, but you can still combo with cards that are different colors in your deck. And my deck is currently 60 cards, because the new rule that went into effect, your deck can be from 50 to 60 cards now, which is really nice, which I think was a good touch, because I feel like, me personally, I think black decks are going to get the most benefit. So like this deck and the Migra, just so you can actually fit a lot more stuff that you couldn't fit in before. And since you mill cards, it'll still be really super consistent. Alright, and so it's active main, once per turn, burst 5, draw 1 card, which is really nice. And then Awaken is when your life is a 4 or less, or you have 20 or more cards in your drop. So the 20 or more cards in your drop, I played a lot of games with this deck today. It doesn't really come up a lot unless the opponent is trying to like stall you out or something. You can draw 4 life or less, 20 cards in your drop. Draw 1 card and then untap an energy. And then you can add a card from your life to your hand until you have 6 cards in your life, and then flip it over. So yeah, that adding cards to your life, it usually only works, like I said, if they're trying to stall you out. Onto the back side is Vegeks, Vegeks, the unsung fusion hero. So same permanent, we can only play black mono cards, and so permanent Sparking 20, which is really nice. This is basically like the perfect counter for Janimba Mill, if anybody still plays that, or even if you're playing against Cooler and they're trying to deck you out. This leader just counters on its own. So Sparking 20. If you would lose the game by running out of cards in your deck, you should shuffle your drop into your deck. And so it's really easy, because like you burst 5 every turn, and you're gonna want to do it every turn too, just because you can recycle every single card, because they even like a super Shenron, where you don't get additional turn, but you get to put everything back in your drop into your deck. And then active main, once per turn, draw 1 card, place 5 cards on top of your deck into your drop area, then choose up to one of your black unison cards, and it gets double strike for the turn, which is super nice and always comes up. So very nice card, a good leader. I feel like this leader's gonna see a lot of play. Alright, so we're gonna start things off first. 4 super combos, pretty explanatory. I think these are the best super combos, just because you can hit Sparking 5 first turn, which is super nice. So 10k combo, Sparking 5, when you combo this card, draw a card. Alright, onto one of the new cards from the starter deck. What I think is really nice is that when you get a starter deck, you get 2 foils, so you can't get this commons. You get one like the texture foil, and the one like the regular like reverse foiling. So this card is very bonkers. I thought it was really bad at first until it was just really good. It's super easy to protect. For my version of the deck, I am missing one secret. I do want to run the negative balls secret ultimate card. Just because I think that card will be a little better than Black Smoke. But if you have Black Smoke or that one, either or, they're both really good. So first skill is, if this card gets sent to the graveyard, you can now I play Yu-Gi-Oh! If this card is sent to the drop from the deck by a skill, and if you don't have a unison card out, you can play this card from your drop as 1 marker on it. So your first turn, you can get a marker and discard 1, and then give it +2. So that's a very good effect. So active main, choose 1 card in your hand, discard it. This card gets +10k power and for the turn. So it's super nice. 15k. You literally have no reason not to attack with this, just because the opponent can attack you if it's active or in rest, doesn't matter. And then active main, -4. This card gets +20k power and dual attack for the turn. So this and this come into handy together. So even if you only do the first skill, but that by discarding one, you get +10k. It'll be a 15k with double strike, or it'll be 25k with double strike. That hits twice. It's super nice and super aggro. I'm gonna go over the decent really quick. So it's an X marker, so you can put as many counters as you want on it, or tap as much energy as you want for it. So you can pay 1, put a 1, and then as 1 energy, pay 2, has two markers, pay 3, 3 markers. So this is basically a planeswalker for Magic the Gathering as well. Another thing that some people probably don't know, it's in the official Bandai rule as well. So let's say you want to add another marker to it, as long as you have the same card, same name, you can put one under it once per turn and put a marker on it. Another thing too is that, let's say it's your next turn and you do the +2 skill, you swing for 15, you can pay 2 again, bring out a new one, and still do the new one. Because it is a completely new card, that's why. So a very good card, very nice mechanic that if it's in build you want to play it. Next, onto the special cards that came into this set, into this starter deck. So we got Vegeta, Time Agent, Time Agent Vegeta. We have Time Agent Trunks, and then we have Supreme Kai of Time, Guardian of Space Time. So all these cards have the exact same effect, including this one, that if it's into the drop from the deck by a skill, you can play it. And so also what that means too, like let's say you're playing against Janimba, you're playing against Cooler, if they mill this from the deck and you don't have one on field, you can play it. So Supreme Kai Time, when it's built from the deck by a skill, you can play it, and it has a very nice generic skill. If you have 5 of those cards in your hand when you combo with this card, it gets an additional 5k power. So this is basically like a pseudo super combo. Very nice card. So like if you roll 4, you can bring out 4. So Time Agent Trunks has the keyword unique. So unique is you can only have 1 out. So if you mill 2, you can only bring out 1. And so when this card is played, you can add it to 1 card from your life to your hand. So that's very nice if you want to try to self-awaken very early. And it's nice because it's an option, it's not a force too. And if your leader card is a Black Saiyan card, when this card is placed in a drop area from your deck by a skill, you may play this card from your drop. Same with this one, I think we're going to do a Black Saiyan leader too. Yep, leader is a Black Saiyan card. And so same with the Vegeta. It has unique, so you only have 1 out, which is very balanced, very fair. So it does have an awkward permanent. If this card would be removed from your battle area, it's sent to the owner's drop area instead. So if it's on the field and you wanted to like combo with it, I don't think you'll be able to combo with it because it just immediately go to warp. And then it has a very nice active battle once per turn. Pay 2. Choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards under 2 costs of 3 or less, and send it to the owner's warp. So very good, very nice little protection. I can't wait for the new Vegeks cards to come out because I think they're gonna make this deck much better, and the Vegeks cards are just really good. So very nice. So basically that's the God Mill, that, and this. If you mill this first turn, you're not gonna be sparking 5, but you already established a board, which is just super nice already. All right, on to some the rest of the deck. So this card is black. I am playing Shenron, the Figure of Majesty. I feel like this card is I think it's still pretty good. I'm just happy that it's not restricted to Shenron leaders. Permanent can't attack. Sparking 5, super easy to get. Any sparking card that's black, and for just because of the leader, any of their comments are super easy to hit. So sparking 5 once per turn, I can draw a card. I can untap 2 energy, or choose 1 battle card and it costs 2 or less where I drop and play it. And then there's if your leader, choose your leader card or battle card, and it gets 5k in critical. So you cannot choose a Unity card as that because it's his battle card. It's a very good card. So what basically once it's out, you should like almost never be untapped. Tapped out. This is my my little tech. It's like the Great Drop Max Saiyan, the one that if you have like 20 or more Saiyans of both players drops or combined, it fails to deal damage. Deal damage to them. So it's sort of the same thing, but it's also like a nice little spot removal. So pay 4 when you play this card, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and if they don't warp. And then sparking 7, you warp when it attacks, you warp 2 of your life, and then you warp 1 of their life. So it's very good and people don't see it coming because I 100% guarantee that people will not expect to see this card, and sparking 7 is very easy to hit. And it's a nice 19k. Alright, so those are like the big cards, big-ish cards. I'll show you the boss card later on. It's probably the best card in the deck. Dark Power Max Saiyan. So this is also your Self-Awakener, aside from the Time Agent Trunks. So when this card attacks, you can add a life, gets plus 15k. And then has another auto. When your opponent plays a battle card with 15k power or less, using a non-keyword skill, they have to discard 2. So if you have multiple, they come out. So very, very nice, very, very situational, and it is usually a target that they get rid of, and if they get rid of it, that's perfectly fine. Because you do have ways to recycle. Next, we play the Silver Bullet. Toki Toki Time Creator has the flex, so that means it's always going to go off. So when you play this card, you can search your deck for a one black battle card with a power of 3,000 from your deck and play it. And so now I'll show you the targets for that. So I play 4 Supreme Kai of Time Regulator. So when you play this card, draw a card, and it's a blocker. So the reason why I decided to try this, and not even the fact that it's a blocker, is that for Unity cards, on the opponent's turn, when they are attacking, you cannot defend this. You cannot combo to save it. You have to either negate the attack or use a blocker. So this is why I have this. So early on, you can set up some defenses just to protect this really early on. Also, I think I forgot to mention that Time Energy Trunks is a blocker. So super nice. And I think probably the biggest downside to this Unity card is that it's only a 5k power. So like, one drop 5k can hit it really easily. So, very good card. The only other Silver Bullet I play is Comic Global Unifier. This card is just really good, very generic. So, on play, draw 1, also has effect. Active main, pay 2. If your opponent has 4 more battle cards in play, choose all of your opponent's battle cards. All your battle cards and your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO them. So, this is very good if your opponent is like spamming a board. If you play against Ginyu, they're going to have a very, very sad day. Next, we are playing 4 Champa. Everybody knows what this does. If you don't, Champa, when you combo with this card, choose one of your attacking cards and it gains double strike. So this is very nice too, because it says attacking card, so that means you can give it to the Unity card as well, if you haven't awakened already. Alright, so next are the extra cards. So this isn't an extra card, but it basically is an extra card. I'm playing 3 Sun Goku making an entrance. I thought I was playing 4, but I guess I'm not. Just a negate. They get the attack of later card. We're playing 1 Petrification. I like this card, but I'm still iffy about it. So if the later card is blocked, they get the attack, and then you may choose one card in your hand and discard it. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards. Ignoring barrier, it can attack, be placed in your opponent's combo area, or activated skills until the end of their next turn. So basically, it's just like it's just a potato, basically. So this is very good if like they have like an annoying continuous permanent effect. You can negate that effect for the entire turn on your turn and their turn. Next, you play 4 Power Burst. This card's really good. Sparking Fire, like I said, very easy to hit in this deck. So you can add a life to pay the cost instead. And so, Sparking Fire, they get the attack. Then you can choose up to 1 black battle card from your drop area or war percentage chance of 1 added to your hand. So that's where this comes in. You can recycle this. This like the ideal thing you want to grab usually. So indicate was this first, or if you have it in drop, you can combo with it. It just has 0 combo. So the gate adds back to your hand, so that's you already used 2 negates for not even paying 1 energy yet, because you added a life for this instead. And it can also grab your Max Saiyan, your Supreme Kai of Time, the 1 drop, the Kami's, all that good stuff. Next, we're playing one of my favorite counter plays is Super Kamehameha. This card is just really amazing. Hitting at 3 costs is just really nice for free. So if your leader card is black and all of your energy is black, if you have 4 life or less, you can pay the cost of this card by adding a life to your hand. And if your opponent tries to play a cost 3 or less, you send it to the warp instead of it being played. So super good card. I think there is a good number. I think 4 is a bit too cloggy, me personally. This creature is really good. It's self-explanatory. Next, we're playing this card. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have not seen this card in a while. A Crack in Space Time. So if your leader card is a black Saiyan card, it gets 15k power and double strike for the duration of the battle. So super nice card. I think the only time this card ever saw play was the Ode Bardock Black Leader, because he got crit. So double strike crit is very nice and very mean. But then again, you're trying to be aggro with this deck. early on if you don't have a turn 1 play, but you open up as this, and you're going second or it's your turn to attack. Swinging 15k double strike, they'll most be 25k double strike. They're more than likely going to take it unless they want to waste resources in their hand. I am playing one Mnemonic Absorption. This is just for instant spell removal. I only thing I don't like about it is that it's 3 cost. So you can activate this card, active battle from your hand without paying its cost. So you can choose one of your leader cards or battle cards, and it gets 5k power for the duration of the battle. So very nice, very free. And then the active main, if your leader card is black, you can choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and set it to the owner's warp. So it hits everything in the game basically, as long as it doesn't say indestructible. Next we're playing 2 of the new kind of like Time Bullet. So this card's pretty cool. It's like a weaker version of Super Kamehameha. So counterplay, if you have a Unison card and play, you can only activate this if you have a Unison card in play, which is really weird. If you have a Unison card in play, if the battle card being played has an energy cost of 2 or less, it is warped instead of being played. But it also has a nice permanent. You can activate this card's counter skill from your hand by discarding 2 other cards. So in a sense, it's like a free Super Kamehameha, but at the price of discarding 2 cards. And I actually you only play 1 overwhelm card, and this card only a few games today. It is Food of Dark Banisher. This card is just very mean. Me and my friend call him the tax collector, because you can't activate skills unless you warp a card in your hand, so taxing the opponent basically. So that's triple attack, overwhelm for 8. Pay 4. Your opponent can't activate cards skills unless they warp a card in their hand. So card's really good. Just allows you for a lot of pressure. You mainly want to use this for end game stuff. So you never want to, if the turn you're deciding to do this, never do this skill first. Always overwhelm first, and then do the mill 5. Just because if you have like a Spark Negate in your hand, or you have a Spark Super Combo in your hand. And this card usually finishes up because attacking 25k 3 times is just very, very mean. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this first profile deck profile of mine. Let me know in the comment what do you guys want to see next. I do have my model block, the Migra. I am going to update my Metacooler. Well, I don't have, not update Metacooler, but I do have Metacooler. I probably will update it though, I just don't know how. And then I do have red blue cooler as well. And a lot of other decks. I do like to make a lot of jank decks, like little fun decks that people usually don't make because they're probably bad. But if anything, I'll probably make it too. Well, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you're right, comment, like, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.